With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vick. Throw caught there by Crumpler. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and there on back-to-back plays, we're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Smith will come in motion right. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On the counter, it's Henry. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They snap it to Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out of the gun, Stafford. A short throw to Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The handoff, running left, Henry.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Stafford.
Gets this quickly to Ingram. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Steve Smith from 6 yards away.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out?
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Vick.
Flushed out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Running again on first with McFadden. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now 2nd and 9. To throw, Vick. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Steps away to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Hester to return from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Dickerson trying the right side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. Open man there is Finneran. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Flush to his right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Henry. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Inside give to Dickerson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Dickerson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. A short throw to Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. To throw on second down is Stafford. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's 1st and 10. Vic to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. On second down, McFadden. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Vic. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Vic. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
First throw in overtime for Stafford. A short throw to Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. On the return, Hester. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
1st down, Vick. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was Michael Vick at it again. He was the man who led the way.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.